Hello, my name is Tanya Guerrero, and I am an alum from the Equality Building at the Met, and I am currently a junior at Rhode Island College, and my major is Spanish, and I am minoring in theater. And to better my Spanish skills, I did a study abroad program in Puerto Rico. I was there for a month, and it was absolutely amazing, and I learned lots of Spanish, and I learned a lot about Puerto Rican culture and history, and it was probably one of the best things I've ever invested in. It might keep me in debt for a little while, but I think it was completely worth it. It was actually my first time ever traveling out of the country and being on a plane, so it was a pretty big deal for me. And pretty much throughout my trip, we went to different places throughout San Juan, the capital of Puerto Rico. Just a few places we went to. We went to El Yunque. That was a rainforest, a very famous rainforest in Puerto Rico. And it's a natural reserve, and they're trying to preserve it because pretty much throughout Puerto Rico, a lot of those natural resources are being depleted because they want to build condos and all that stupid stuff. I also went to Fajardo. I went kayaking in Bio Bay, and Bio Bay is actually it's a big kind of lake area where there's these organisms in the water that they light up whenever there's movement in the water. So that was absolutely amazing. I was like kayaking at night, and then every time I would row my kayaks, like whatever it's called, the paddles, like the water would like light up, and it was absolutely amazing. Another place I went to was Hacienda Buena Vista. It was an old plantation where they made coffee beans and whatever. They produce coffee. They don't produce coffee anymore, but they just keep it open for people to come and visit or whatever. Um, but those were a few of the trips that we went through. And my typical day to day in Puerto Rico was pretty much wake up really early and then go to class for like 4 to 5 hours, and then afterward we'd get a ton of homework, and then I'd spend a lot of my time doing the homework. But also like we'd have a lot of free time too, so we could go and explore the city. And I stayed in this sector of San Juan called Rio Piedras at University of Puerto Rico, and it was a cool area. Like there was a lot of bars and stuff and a lot of stuff you can do to pass the time. One thing that I kind of wish the program did do was kind of have more structure during like a regular day. Maybe have more trips to other parts of Puerto Rico because I really didn't get to see like more rural areas and more like I don't know other cities like towards the south and stuff like that. But that's pretty much it. And there was one thing that really just made me feel uncomfortable during this trip, and that was these assignments that we had to do that was given to us by professors at UPR, University of Puerto Rico, and we had to write our own survey questions, and we had to ask random people in the street, random things that she told us to do. Like I don't know, our first questionnaire we had to come up with was for the shopping area, and it was Plaza Las Americas, it's a mall that's over in Puerto Rico. And we had to ask them like, how often do you go shopping? What shops do you go to? And this was all in Spanish, and I'm not that perfect with my Spanish. I'm still working on it, but it was a bit intimidating, and I'm not one that likes to go to random people and start asking them questions like that. But it was interesting. It was challenging at first, and a lot of the time I didn't want to do it, but I was working with other people, so they kept me motivated. They kept me going, and I just, forced myself to stop being shy and just go up to people and, be confident and tell them, what I'm about too. I mean, they obviously know by the way I talk, the way my Spanish is that I'm not from the States, but they're very friendly there, so that made the experience a lot easier. So, yeah, it was a good experience, and I grew a lot from it. I feel like I'm more comfortable with talking to random people if I need to ask for directions or something. So, yeah. Anyways, it was just an amazing trip, and I would love to do it again. I suggest that everybody just try to study abroad because it's an amazing experience and I think it will change your life. And it'll give you perspective on the world because where you live isn't just what there is. There's so much more to the world besides your little box that you've been born in. There's much more and I think now is the time to go and explore that. So, yeah, go do that.